Māori All Blacks. Their first game for 2024 against the Japan 15 from Tokyo.
They were actually playing like they were enjoying themselves.
Bale and Sullivan. Wow, what a tackle. Playing well for the Māori team. And then a bit of a turning point with Cameron Suafoa. Well, what a welcome back to rugby for him he's had.
It's fast week, but we kind of felt like we got the group where it needed to be.
Joe Moody's injury at the 11th hour, do you have an update? How bad is it?
We think he's kind of might have pulled his calf. So I'll circle him with the medical team after this and get an update.
It's quite a big week, and to finish on a game like that and get a win e whakakanohi ana I te ao Māori me kino reira. Yeah, it'll be a good night in Tokyo tonight.
We're not just playing for ourselves, the team, we're playing for our people and our culture. Just getting one win feels like we're getting the win for all our people at home.
Well done, boys. Like, it was honestly, for considering our prep, with it being a fast week, that was really impressive. We've still got to do it again next week, though. Okay, just keep that in mind.
You may not know your maunga. You may not know your awa. Your maunga and your awa know you. You may not know your reo, but your reo knows you. You are good enough.
Te kapa whutupōro Māori, tētahi o ērā kaupapa, he mea he whakakotahi, he mea he whakarewa I te ngākau, he mea he whakahihiko I te wairua Māori.
We're not just playing for ourselves, we're playing for everyone that's gone before us.
Looking back helps you appreciate what you're now a part of.
Playing for a legacy of the jersey.
Something I wanted to do as a little boy.
It's more than just a team.
Woody and the boys, just bring our seats forward, eh? And hongi, 3 people next to you, please, before you seat.
For the next game, they're not together long enough to make big changes. So really it's just about deepening and strengthening the connections that they've managed to start building.
So we've got a couple of clips, boys, just highlighting some really good stuff we did. Then a couple of things that we could potentially shift the need a little bit on, get some improvement for this week.
We're under no illusions that there were large parts of our game that can improve.
So defensively, you can see who's on who. Izzy there. And that 4th guy's on back door, on the hinge, which is Quinn.
Goals for this week is do it better.
This is Māori rugby now. Play fast. Look at the score, 5-all, critical time.
The points to show for it, but then after quickly gets rid of it. Now here's some space.
Māori rugby. Aggressive, skillful, expressive.
Flick passes and overheads and big miss passes, but they all land where they're supposed to land.
Having that little bit of extra razzle, that bit of flair and being free to play what you see.
They might just try and run it out. Real to Poppy having a little look.
I think in the modern game, there's a lot of talk about players being like robots. Māori rugby could be seen as the antithesis of that, because it's all about heart and soul.
It's just in our DNA. When we see chaos, that's us. We embrace that sort of stuff.
Last clip. The mahi dog. The mahi dog here. An awesome job, Trip.
Tauri Orangi. Not going to do himself.
Trip, unselfish, bro. Go.
Hey, I was out of gas.
Shot, Trip. Shot, bro.
Yeah, got a lot of stick for that.
So just want to congratulate you boys. We want to make sure that we can apply that same pressure, if not more, this week.
When you go into a rugby environment or a high-performance environment, you're always setting goals, right? Winning games. So there's no other high-performance environment in the world where the cultural aspect holds just as much weight, if not more, than the sporting aspect.
Don't laugh. This is serious.
When it comes to cultural connection, it exposes some of our deepest, darkest insecurities as Māori, which is the question of cultural identity. The one-on-one is an opportunity to connect, get to know the player, for us to be able to just set goals.
Just start background, bro. Ko wai koe, no hea koe, where were you brought up?
Born and bred in Wellington. Mum and Dad always made us speak Māori and stuff when we were growing up. So yeah, it was pretty much always around us. And then college, I was sent to uphold College up in Fielding. Hopefully that was the right camera.
Just hold
do it again.
So
What am I doing to that camera?
This way.
Yeah.
Build her up. There we go.
Kia ora, ko Taranaki te maunga, ko te Tawaka, ko Ngāruru, ko Ruanui te iwi, ko Waituri Pā te marae, ko Nikora Broad in the Hope. Yeah, I was one of those kids that would count down the days till Saturday game day, and I would sleep in my full kit the night before the game.
Your dad's played for this team before, though, eh?
Yeah, oh, my dad's also ex-Māori All Black. I was always bragging to the kids at school growing up that my dad was a Māori All Black. Seen all his jerseys, all the photos on the wall. Yeah, it was quite special. Being a Māori All Black was always a dream of mine. It wasn't really to be an All Black when I was young, it was more to be just a Māori All Black. I remember getting the phone call. I was with my partner and my kid, and we're actually looking at the little Māori All Blacks jerseys, trying to get one for him. Then my phone rang, and turned out it was the coach, and he told me I'd made the team. Yeah, it's quite special. So I went to Hautapolta College, Māori boarding school. And it was probably the best decision that we've probably made. It's really encouraged that everyone tries their best to speak te reo. Pretty good at it when I was at school. Yeah, it was like cool being able to speak, you know, your native tongue, and it's pretty special to be Māori. It means everything. It's like my culture, it's who I am, it's not my identity. Yeah, it's something I really want to get back into.
I'm thinking about goal setting. Maybe you and I sit down for breakfast 3 times a week, and for that 5 minutes, we only speak Māori. Kia ora, bro. Kei te pēhea koe. I pēhea te rā. Is that all right?
Yeah, that sounds mean.
I don't know if anyone else actually has... I think there's only 3 of you that can speak Māori in the team.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do that one.
Yeah. And hearing you speak Māori, that'll inspire the other boys as well, I reckon.
It's shocking, we've got a whole team of Māori All Blacks, and yeah, hardly any of us could speak it. Yeah, a bit of an eye-opener.
The stakes this week are very high for us because it'd be very easy to become complacent, having won the first game and winning it quite convincingly, even though we didn't play well. We could fall on our own sword if we're not careful.
Couple quick fizzes. So first one's going to be paper, scissors, rock. When you beat that person, he joins your opetawa. You're trying to get your opetawa as big as you can until it's the last 2. Sweet. And you got to give it some noise.
I need more animation.
Sweet. Over here, jump in the box. We're going to play box touch.
Starting to put the squad together for game 2.
I'd torn my calf and I'd done it pretty good.
Joe Moody limped off after the warm-up. He suffered an injury.
At that training session, I knew that there was absolutely no chance for me playing on that Saturday. If you fly in a replacement player, someone has to fly home. So, yeah, I was going to be heading home.
Devastating for Joe. He's a big loss.
Going that way. If you want to be a starter, then just jump in now. We'll load it. Own it. Get in there, Nikora. Okay.
Nikora Broughton, he missed game 1. He's definitely in consideration for game 2.
That second week, I don't know if I was going to be named. I was just trying to put my best foot forward, really.
TK played in game 1 and he did a great job coming off the bench. We'd like to see him replicate that.
Sweet. We're going to split for units now for 20 minutes. Then we'll come back in after that and we'll go through our clarity stuff around our kicking.
I guess for us, making sure that the people that wear the Māori All Blacks jersey earn it. There's going to be a lot of discussion around who's going to be wearing it this week and who doesn't. Tomorrow is our big training day. It's going to be our only opportunity to actually pull the trigger for the week.
Yep. Oh, nah, bro. Hey, go again.
It's going to be rampage, okay?
Oh.
Ready? Rampage!
Tell me you've got no rhythm without telling me you've got no rhythm. Yeah.
Come on, Itsu, get up. We're going to add a bit of actions, eh? So this is the song about the Māori Battalion. The original song was used as one of the main songs to gee our people up, eh, before they were going into battle.
We're quite special because we can fall back on not just rugby fraternity, but our tūpuna as well, who fought in wars and died in wars. So the crossover is very, very similar.
Not only are we singing it to celebrate the Māori All Blacks, but we're singing it to celebrate the legacy. Just get into it, right? Tore wha the Māori All Blacks march to victory. All Blacks staunch and true. Māori All Blacks march to glory. Take the honour of a people with it, yeah.
And we'll march to the enemy.
We will fight right to the end. For us, our iwi and our whānau.
Trying to get them to bleed for our Māori people, like bleed for the jersey.
Come on, in the hook.
So where he really makes it real easy to learn.
So tonight's wānanga is going to be about the 28 Māori Battalion.
This is an opportunity to help them grow. And in doing that, the group just grows so much through that manaakitanga, that tautoko, that aroha.
That's why I love playing for this team, is those little wānanga. Just builds that deeper connection so that when we are on the field, we're a bit tighter and we're a bit closer. So the 28 Māori Battalion was a battalion that had been formed through political pressure. They thought that a Māori-only unit should be established to go to war, similar to the Māori All Blacks, right? They were famous for their ability to go beyond. "42nd Street was this long, narrow stretch of battlefield in Crete. This battle lasted 12 days.
We were outmanned, we were outgunned, we were outnumbered. One night, Private Hemi Hemara Opodi, he had actually had enough. He started to taki a haka. This was in the face of all of this gunfire that was happening. When he got up and he started doing that, others started getting up and did the haka. That haka was enough to galvanise that part of the battalion, and it got everybody else inspired and they charged. They actually overcome it and they won that battle in the end. Why do I tell that story? This is why we want to do the haka. Hemi Opodi had total belief in his culture, had total belief in who he was. He was unapologetically Māori.
It was pretty inspiring. Even in the face of that sort of enemy, he was still able to inspire his troops with the haka.
And when we think about what we're going to do on the field, although it's different, we're not charging against gunfire, it is the same idea. There is a sequencing. We talk about whakapapa being genealogical. It's not just in blood, but also in storytelling. But I think it was a light bulb moment for these players. Some of the boys had been crying in that wānanga. Young Māori, particularly now, are looking for inspiration.
I connected to that story a lot.
They're looking for someone to be the Hemi Opodi of this generation.
Growing up with sort of lack of role models.
And I know it's just rugby, but you actually have a huge opportunity to reach into the hearts and minds of our homes and our communities.
There's Māori out there that need a voice. They need to see that what we're doing is possible.
I've got a lot of time for te kamaka.
I approached them, I was like, bro, I reckon it's time for people to hear my story and hopefully someone could relate to it. I just think after every wānanga or every meeting, every time we meet someone new, like they always talk about inspiring the next generation of Māori, and the upbringing that I come from, I don't think I had that. I'm Te Kamaka Howden. Let's go. And in year 8, I played my first year of junior rugby. And then after that, I just started playing rugby every year. First 15, fielding yellows, Manawatu Turbos, and then the Hurricanes and the Māori All Blacks. When I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of Māori culture through my upbringing. Growing up with a single parent with 6 kids always has their challenges. Always go to school with no food. Would barely have enough money to just pay the rent. Alcohol was a big factor in my upbringing as well. It was everywhere. Like, it was tough. I was 16 and I'd just bore my eyes out going to sleep. Like how do you get out of the cycle? I've got to get out of this. I had this one guy called Wesley Clark. He was our first 15 coach.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you, brother.
2017, was a bit of a rough patch for me, and I was going to drop out of school.
I am stoked for you that you've got picked for the Māori All Blacks. I always thought you'd be a Māori All Black one day. I'm wrapped for you.
Thanks. And thank you for everything you did for me. I know you might not think it was much, but...
You know, when you called me and you said, oh, come and do an interview or whatever, well, why? You know, like, I don't really feel like it's your work.
Yeah. I know you might not think like that, but, like, in my brain, like, when I was younger, like, I didn't really have, like a male figure. But you wouldn't even know this.
No, I didn't know that, yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but when you pulled me aside, when there was stuff going on, and you said, like, bro, you can crack it. If you stay at school and really try your hardest at rugby, you can crack it. Like, when you said that, I believed in myself, and then I just went out and just worked real hard, and now I'm here.
So was that like, the key moment?
That was the moment where I just flicked the switch. Like, you were the guy that just flipped my switch, bro. I thank you for that.
I'm just proud of you, mate.
I picked something that I was real good at, and that was rugby, and I just worked my ass off. The great thing that my mum's doing amazing, and me and her have the best connection ever, and I love her so much. Bro, do you reckon this will hit any Māoris?
It's hitting me right now, I guarantee you.
I shouldn't be where I am right now, but I am. And that's why I'm just so grateful for my upbringing, because it's made me who I am right now.
For a young kid, right, it's a pretty impressive show of resilience and resistance, which, well, I think about the Māori All Blacks, this is obviously more than just a team then.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it makes you want to be Māori and be proud of...
Everything.
Of everything, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
The boys all got together to give myself and Dan Rona a send-off haka.
Joe's contribution to the team was huge. It's a big part of what this is about, being able to provide space for those legends to come in.
It was definitely a special parting gift.
Ko Joe tētahi o ngā iho pūmanawa o te ao whutupōro. Rei tētahi o koro, tētahi koro o taku krau, the trip to walking on water is known where the rocks are. We don't have to walk the whole way, but it's our job to show where the next rock is. And I think Joe's role was showing the young props where that next rock is, and then they'll do the same for the next generation, and they'll do the same for the next generation.
Yeah, team naming's always like nerve-wracking. Debuting would mean everything.
Oh, if I play this weekend and start, that would mean a lot to me and a lot to my family. Just a starting jersey would be pretty cool up in the jersey collection.
Morena, fellas. Congratulations to those that have made the Playing 23 this weekend for the second game of the tour against the Japan 15.
Before in teams I've been a part of, and it's even happened to me where I haven't played at all for a team. So yeah, definitely knew there was a big possibility.
So in order of 1 to 15, number 1.
It's one of the hardest parts of coaching, having to tell a player that they've missed out on selection.
I went to pick something up off the ground and she saw the bulge in my back.
As soon as I saw it, I knew something wasn't right.
Like, obviously I get frustrated that I don't know how to speak my own language.
You are supposed to not know much.
31 degrees, 65% humidity.
Your place in this team is how you will be able to reassert the mana of your whānau, your heritage.
You represent not just yourself, but all of Māoridom.
And close it up, Torrent!